This is going to be a little bit different of an episode. We're only going to one location, but we're going to be visiting with two different businesses. One offering food, the other one beer. First, we're going to meet up with Stompbox Brewing tap manager Shale Sage. He's going to tell us a little bit more about Stompbox, their funky vibe, and their great beer. So we're in the brew room here at Stompbox Brewing. I'm with Shale Sage. He's the tap room manager. And before we get too far, Shale, I've got a beer in my hand. You got a beer in your hand. Tell me, what are we drinking here?
Yeah, so you are drinking Sacred Geometry, which is citra hopped hazy pale ale, just super classic, easy drinking. And I'm drinking Flood Insurance, which is one of our most popular beers here. Just a nice, easy drinking blonde ale. Just something for the people who maybe are not necessarily always craft beer drinkers. It's just really light, really easy.
Tell you what, this guy does not have a bite to him at all. This is a very, very smooth hazy IPA. It's got that lovely bitter flavor to it, but it doesn't have that bite that a lot of IPAs have.
I mean, I think that's part of the reason why they became so popular. It's just because they are so much more accessible than the classic bitter West Coast style IPAs of like the 2010s to 2015s, where it's basically
hops on hops on hops on hops,
as bitter as you can make it, So that particular style has done really well for us, and I think it's become a huge trend just across brewing.
And it's smooth, but I wouldn't say it's milkshakey or anything like that.
No,
that's great. So Stompbox Brewing, tell me a little bit about what's the thesis? Where's the idea coming from? I guess.
Well, so the owners were all home brewers prior to opening this place up, and they basically said, hey, we think that we can provide some good beer for the community and do some cool stuff along the way, and that's really how this all started.
Tell me a little bit about your brewing system. What are you working on here?
Yeah, so this is a 7-barrel system, so we can either do, we've got the two big fermenters where we can do double batches. We've got two smaller fermenters where we can do single batches. Right now we're brewing a little over once a week, as we get into the summer, that patio opens up, we start ramping up. We're gonna have to start brewing, two, potentially, twice a week. They all go into the bright tanks back there. We brew a really wide range of styles, everything from a blonde ale to, we've got an imperial porter on tap with cinnamon, cocoa, and habanero,
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and you guys you're not doing any distribution at all, though, right?
So we're actually just,
Are you
we're dipping our feet in there.
Oh, good. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Once again, making that next step. That's great.
Yeah, and with 7 barrels, we're never going to be able to, we're not going to be the next Founders, we're not going to be, the next Bells, but, we can throw our kegs out to, a few places that, kind of fit our concept. We'd love to have our beer in, a couple different music venues, since our name is Stompbox,
right.
That kind of thing. Just places that kind of fit with us.
Right, and I mean, that's the beauty of being a smaller system, is being nimble, being able to kind of do whatever you want, and hopefully, your customers react to it in a positive way. And knowing that, when I come back to Stompbox, time and time again, I'm going to have something different. It's going to be something different every single time, and that's incredible.
Yeah, and with our range of styles, we try and kind of hit all of the different marks. So we always try and have something light and crisp, something for the people who are not necessarily craft beer drinkers. We always have, something kind of the wheat variety or fruited, something that, maybe they like Blue Moon or something like that.
Sure.
Something that's a transitional beer for them. IPAs, we always try to have one dark beer on tap, and then, just kind of like a rotating sour. Yeah, and we also cater to, I'll say, craft beer fans as well, so while we do have styles that are really easy and approachable, like these ones right here, we also have ones that are a little bit more niche, like I said, the sours. We've got like a winter warmer, we've got some like English strong ales, imperial stouts, all sorts of stuff. So we just try and we try and have something for everyone without having everything for everyone.
Well, tell you what, Shale, I'm ready to try a couple more beers, so let's head out to the bar.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go a little bit funkier.
Let's go crazy.
So this is our habanero Bad Decisions. The habanero is decently subtle, it's not kicky in your face.
Well, we've moved out of the brewery and into the tap room, and we're going to try some beers. But along the way, we're going to talk about the operations here at Stompbox Brewing. You guys have a kind of interesting setup here between Stompbox and Kitchen Brigade. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when we first decided to open up, we wanted to brew beer, but we weren't necessarily super interested in providing food for people.
Right.
So that's where Chad and the Kitchen Brigade came along, right? We had a little bit of extra space that was already built out for a kitchen from a previous business. And so we thought, hey, we would love to have food here, but obviously we didn't have the skill set to do that.
Sure.
So we wanted to bring in somebody who could. And give them an opportunity to, run their own business and do things the way that they want to do it. So they serve some awesome European-inspired food. So it's definitely very different than your traditional bar food, which we like.
Just a little bit different. You guys are a totally separate business operating out of the same space. It's very unique, very interesting. Okay, I'm ready to try some different beers here.
Yeah, let's do it.
This has been lovely. So what else? What else are you thinking?
You want some samples?
Yeah, let's do a little sample. Yeah, little guys.
Okay, so first of all, since spring is coming, spring is coming. So this is Weird, spelled W-Y-R-D. We named it after the Old English way of spelling it. So it's a wheat ale with this fruit called caruba, which is tastes like banana and passion fruit.
And this is a little bit more of a wheat style, or
yeah, pretty classic, wheat beer with just some fruit added to it.
Right. And that's something you guys are doing a lot with a lot of different fruits and a lot of different adding. You're getting your classic recipes and just pushing it a little bit into one way or the other.
Yeah, I think we definitely always want to make sure that the base beer is good, right? But sometimes just adding a little fruit or a little flair here and there it's just fun, right?
Right, and that's what beer should be. You shouldn't when we're talking a little bit more about the snobbiness of craft beer, or at least the perception of it. Don't be too take yourself too seriously that you're not able to kind of push things just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, okay, what's next on our line here?
All right, let's just go with, this is the Voracious Souls. So before you had the hazy IPA, and we were talking about the West Coast, so this is more of a classic West Coast.
More a classic West Coast.
Definitely a little maltier.
I can see that from the color.
Bitterness.
Yeah, getting a little bit more hops on the nose as well. Wow, that malty. It's a real malty hoppy beer. That's
yeah,
and that it's like very rich with the malts, and then it's got a lovely bite to it. It's not something that's gonna I want to lop my tongue off, but it's certainly it's got that little bit of, not sting, but something around there. This is great. I'm really enjoying this.
Good.
What else do we got? Let's go with one more.
Let's go a little bit funkier.
Let's go crazy.
But not it's not too crazy. A lot of people get scared when I tell them what's in this beer, but it's actually not too intense. So this is our habanero Bad Decisions.
Okay.
So it is a imperial porter with cinnamon, cocoa, and habanero. But the habanero is decently subtle. It's not kicky in your face.
Oh, there's the heat. It's way in the background. It's coming way kind of right at the tail end.
Yeah.
And it's a splashy heat. And that's fun. And that's what beer should be is fun. Shayle, you've got a lot of interesting beers, a lot of interesting flavors, and making use of a lot of different styles as well. And being efficient for the size of system you're working with, you're making it work. Well, thanks so much for having us in.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.